this is Jeff the Whatever, and today, me and my main man Zero Eye are doing What If Bell was the reincarnation of Kakashi and Obito and was betrayed. See you, my boy.
Me, I start first? Okay. Now, this is after Bell got the knife from Hestia. I. Why would Hestia give him the. Never mind.
This is before,
Because
before
it's.
she got it, before she got it, but then she thought again, basically.
Okay, so she technically didn't give it to Bell.
Yeah, she gave it to another person, to the other
Okay,
person who
so.
didn't
Oh,
get
it's
it.
the extra guy.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Or did we even decide on it?
Jakal. Just call him Jakal.
Jakel?
Yeah, Jakal.
That's something new. Jakel.
Yeah, because I don't see that name
His
usually.
name is Jakel then. Yeah, because no one thinks of a name for the betrayer.
Mhm.
Okay, start the story. We got our information now. So, the ship. Well, not the ship, never mind.
The ship is
We go
wiped
to
out.
as Bell and Jakel. Yeah, that's it. We go to as Bell and Jakel. I hate that name. It's so hard to pronounce. Jakel and Jakel are just walking to the dungeon. Uh, Jakel has been hearing how Hestia, having second thoughts on Bell. With that, Bell or Jakel would actually think of a plan to get rid of Bell without making it look like Hestia is a bad person, obviously, because it's his familiar. He doesn't want to throw dirt on his own familiar. So he decides to get the Loki familiar involved and tell them the plan. With that, all of them agree. Now, obviously, Bell still has his crush on Ainz for no apparent reason, because
For now.
plot armor
For
for
now.
now. It's fucking dumb plot, but we go to where they've just entered the dungeon. Bell's been trying his best to keep up with the rest of the team. Obviously, not able to keep up because he's weak at this point in time. Jakel and Ainz have already started dating, so Bell doesn't know that, but they've already started dating. So while Bell was trying his best to try to impress Ainz, Jakel would actually notice this. I mean, obviously being the guy he is, seeing that Bell's trying to impress his girl, it ain't gonna go so well for him. And this makes more motivation for Jakel to do what he's about to do.
Mhm.
We go to what floor is this going to be at?
Floor 10. Floor 10,
Floor 10.
there's a secret river that leads to floor 150.
Bell and the rest of the team would act tired. Well, Bell is tired. Bell would go to the river to get a drink, obviously forgetting his water pouch. I don't know what kind of water they would have back then, but water pouch. Bell would start drinking from the river as Jakel would look at the Loki Familia and they would just nod their head. With that, Jakel would just walk over to Bell and tap Bell on the shoulder after Bell was done drinking. Bell
You
would get
see,
up and ask for what.
but
Hmm?
before you continue, you see the Kakashi scar? Yeah, you know what's about to happen.
Okay. Uh, as Bell would ask what's wrong, as Bell suddenly notices that Jakel's hand is above his head. As he would just look up this, faster, quick reflexes, was able to dodge it right before it was able to cut Bell's eye. As he would just close his eye, as he would jump backwards, getting closer to the river, as the scar would go onto his left eye.
Yeah.
Bell would, hold his left eye or his left side of his face in pain, obviously, because he just got cut. He would ask what the hell is happening, as Jakel would just tell Bell that he's absolutely useless and that he's only been holding us or holding them around. Fuck, holding them down, and that Hestia never liked him either and was just putting up a fake mask. As Bell would just hear all this insult, even looking at Ainz to see that they're getting ready to kill him. Bell would just look at both of them in anger as he feels something weird inside his body, but doesn't know what it is. As he would just go, fuck all you guys. As they go for the final stab or the kill. Bell, rather than getting killed by his friends or so-called friends, he'd rather take his own life as he would jump into the river and get taken away.
Mm.
I
And
think
he
it's
and
your
he's
turn.
going down the river. Basically, like says, "Here, just a myth." Basically like that. He's having second thoughts on his grandpa's words. Picking up a girl in a dungeon. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Basically. So yeah, I'm gonna take it from here. So basically, what a Bell or he drops down from the river down to level 150, and then he sees the boss. What do you want the boss to look like? Just fucking humanoid spider?
I don't know, maybe uh oh, something that uses Bell's nightmares against him. So when Bell's fighting him, he sees images of Estia and Zakel and Ainz that look familiar. I feel like that'd be the best monster.
And then he
This will increase his
sees,
hatred.
yeah, and he also sees an image of Ainz and Jakal just kissing too. So basically, his crush is gone. It was already half gone, but now it's full gone. He doesn't have the Realis freeze. So basically, what the monster feels pity for him. So basically, why he stabs him in the stomach, the what punches him to like the fucking wall and just keeps him there to bleed out. Basically, out of pity. So yeah, Bell, alright, he just basically goes unconscious. Then he wakes up in the mindscape. There sees two people. One person with white hair, a mask, and headband, and another person with black hair, half deformed face, and one purple eye and one red eye. Basically like that. And he says, "Who are you two?" The what? Kakashi would say, "My name is Kakashi Hatake," or "My name is Kakashi Hatake, and this is Obito Uchiha, and you're our reincarnation like that, and we won't let you stand down and be put down like this. We will give you our power. You have to show them like that, but you have to train to earn our power." Basically that, because we don't want you to basically be spoiled and like that and be arrogant and like that. Just we want you to earn the power basically. So yeah, Kakashi and Obito start to train Bell. Alright, Bell's hair is becoming less white and more silverish white, basically, like more like Kakashi's, and his eyes are turned black, and he's growing taller, basically, and the scar already healed. And you know Black Zetsu, right? How he went with Obito and he was healing Obito. You know that, right? Zero, zero eye.
Yep, yep, remember it.
You know how Black Zetsu
Yeah,
was
I
like
remember.
healing Obito. Yeah, I must say that he has Black Zetsu, but it doesn't cover his body. He has Black Zetsu inside of him, so basically, he can heal whatever anything. But like scars that are already there, he cannot heal them. So yeah, so basically, what he has the
So
Kakashi
okay,
scar. Yeah. So basically, what he trains with Kakashi and Obito. He trains with Kakashi more because he's a Jonin sensei and he knows how to train. So basically, he can use the Chidori, the Kirin. He can use the Lightning Blade. He can use the fucking 1,000 jutsus. He can use the Sasuke blade the same way as Sasuke, because I'm pretty sure Kakashi had like a sword back then. So I'm gonna say Sasuke actually trained Kakashi in swordsmanship and like that. And because Obito and Kakashi is chakra merged, and because Obito had wood style, he had even more chakra pulls, and he had Hashirama cells. So basically, what both of their chakra combined, and Bell also has wood style, as good as Hashirama's. Because why? He's unnatural born Senju, but he never unlocked it because it was dormant. So basically, he unlocks basically the Sharingan, like all the way to the Eternal Mangekyo, basically, because he swapped eyes with Kakashi, but just chakra eyes with Kakashi. So yeah, and basically he gains the mask of Kakashi. He basically grows his hair out like Kakashi, and he gets the headband. And basically he starts getting interested in porn books. And I must say, the ships also read these porn books. And the other gods and goddesses think that they're weird because they're reading that.
okay.
So yeah, basically he also gets like Kamui, and he gets like fucking flame control and fucking Tsukuyomi just because. And I must say,
Is it my turn?
yeah, it's your turn. Basically,
Uh,
now after the betrayed and after like the powers like that, yeah, you take over right now.
okay, so Bell would be training, obviously mastering everything that Kakashi and Obito tried to teach him. In fact, he became a natural born prodigy, but no one saw that.
Yeah,
With this,
because
Bell would finally decide to leave and go back to the surface.
so
Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Continue. It's your turn.
Okay, sorry. I was talking with my brother,
All right.
being
Continue. It's good.
annoying.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, Bell would decide to go up, and I guess we should make it super flashy, so he would just calmly out like a badass, and I guess he would appear above a building because that makes it even more badass.
No, on the side, on the side, or like near an alleyway. Then he just walks up the building. It just goes on top of the building. All right, on top of like the sign for the food. I'm gonna say it's like Mamma Mia's restaurant, and he just goes on top of the sign and he's just reading. And he's just reading fucking Makeup Paradise. Well, he looks like a Kakashi. He wears everything a Kakashi wears right in this photo, basically.
Okay, so how long has he been training?
Um, in the Mindscape, he has been training for like 2 years in the Mindscape. In the real world, because I'm gonna say in level 150, time goes down, goes a little bit slower. So basically, he trained there for like 20 years, but his body was not affected. But on the outside world up, it was like 2 months.
Okay, so 2 months has passed. Now, does Bell know that it's been technically 2 months?
Yeah. Kakashi and Obito told him, and then basically they went back to his soul, basically.
Okay,
And he also has
Bell would just be reading.
before continue, he has Obito's personality whenever he like he jokes around like that, like Toby. And whenever he's serious, he's like Kakashi and Obito mixed serious. So yeah, continue. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
Okay, Bell would be reading his Ichi technical paradise. I guess technically Bell would write his own Ichi paradise because there's none existed. So Kakashi would just tell him all the details,
All the details.
and Bell would make his own. So
And
every
Kakashi
single
sees him as
detail.
like his own son or like himself, basically like a clone of him. Basically, he's more of a Kakashi than Obito.
And yeah, with this, Obito would get extremely jealous of Kakashi, as Obito would try his best to act like a father figure, kind of, but obviously won't go as well as it did with Kakashi. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how Bell is now.
Yup.
Bell would just be looking around, and I guess this is a good way to bring the ship. Bell does not have money. He's been in the dungeon for technically 2 months, and I guess money doesn't grow in the dungeon, so he's absolutely poor.
Yup.
With this, Bell got an idea. He
Mhm.
remembers he remembers all the details that Kakashi gave him on Ichi Paradise. And Bell was like, oh, there's still boys here, and boys are still perverted. That means I can get money. As he would, get paper, a book, or empty book, start writing down information on Ichi Paradise. With this, Bell would actually sell it,
Under the name
and
Kakashi.
it was worth, huh?
Under the name
Under the
Kakashi.
name, yeah, under the name Kakashi. Out the gate. As he would sell it anonymously, no one knows who made it, but they know whoever made it is a legend and a god,
A
surpassing
legend.
even stronger gods. But all the girls think it's dumb, but the guys believe it's stronger than the gods itself. Uh, you can even see the male gods reading it, so they know it's for gods and not for them, but they're lucky to have it.
I'm gonna say
With
Zeus.
this,
Zeus was also
it
watching, and
intrigued.
he knows it's Bell. He knows it's Bell. He knows it's Bell that wrote it, and he's proud.
Yeah, he's like my grand. It's like, but with this intrigued two female goddesses. Now this is weird because male females don't read male porn books. These two goddesses do, and
Or
we don't
Dia.
really know any, so
Their
I
name,
technically can do.
their name
But
is Dia.
their one mission.
One of them is Dia, like this hottie over here. Alright, and the other one is fucking Demeter, which is a fucking big boobied lady.
Now, when they first read the first chapter, they were intrigued. Like they've never read anything so spectacular and so intriguing to the point where their main mission is to find who Kakashi Hatake is and make him join the Familia just for one reason and one reason only. Get the early release for the newest chapter. With this, they would start searching. But for now, only mission is to get early releases. I mean, who wouldn't if they got the book? But yeah, everyone's trying to figure out who Kakashi Hatake is. And Bell's just on the sideline reading the book that he made, or technically didn't make, but steal from Jiraiya. He just goes, damn,
Do you
I'm
want the
fucking
ghost of
rich
Jiraiya
now.
say, "Hey, that's my book, you bitch"? Just the ghost of Jiraiya. That's my invention. Do you want that to happen
With
inside of
this,
Bell's mind?
I guess so. You can just make Jiraiya just insult Kakashi the whole time, saying, how dare you tell him the story, what I've created.
My masterpiece. My masterpiece has been stolen. It's no longer a masterpiece. It's a dimensional legend. You can continue. I just had to add that.
Yeah, it surpassed even the gods.
Mm,
It's now like, okay,
mm,
so yes, I mean, their goddesses, they.
mm.
Sorry, my brother came in again.
It's
But
okay. It's okay.
let's continue the story.
Mhm.
They, or the so-called Kakashi is, and they would track him down because they're goddesses, and they fucking love the book so much to the point where they waste so much money that they're basically almost poor now. But I guess gods can become poor. Never mind. Um, but
History
they
of
find him in an alleyway reading his own book.
while he's on the wall. He's just sitting on the wall, just reading the book.
What?
He's just sitting on the wall. You know how like they use the
Yeah, he's
calligraphy? Yeah, basically he's just sitting on the wall, just reading the book.
just sitting on the wall, chilling, not really just minding his own business. Nothing really important is going to happen right now, but something is. Now, Bell would get approached by these two goddesses, as he would look at both of them and like, maybe I can do research on them. With this, he would get tons, and I mean tons of dirty thoughts in his head. He's like, this will be great for the book. Immediately, just turns on the Sharingan, remembering what he thought of, and is like, that's good, real good. Would just listen to what they say. Yes, Ghoul, you can take care of this part.
Alright. So basically, like, they approach him and they say, excuse me, have you seen a person named Kakashi Atake? And he says, you mean the legend himself? No, I have not seen him. And they're like, oh, alright. Then then can you tell us why are you in the alleyway and you have a book that's really expensive? And then he says, no reason. And then what? I'm gonna say Bell, for some stupid reason, dropped a card basically that says Kakashi Hatake, the real Kakashi Hatake on it. And they're like, "You are the real Kakashi!" Basically, they just grab on each of his arms and they say, "Come join our family like that. Join mine. No, join mine like that." Basically. They're just fighting like, join my family, join mine, like that. And he's just like getting pulled by both arms. Says, "Alright, I'll join both," like that. So basically, what he joins both of the familiars, but then they decide to make it into one because they don't. Each of them don't have really good that much members. So yeah, they just make it into one familiar, which they can. The other goddesses and gods can, but like yeah, they just don't want to. They want to everyone to mind their own business, but these two just don't mind. So basically, what they say, give us the new chapter like that. He says, fine. But I need some research. And they say, what type? He says, the what? He just gets the the Jiraiya smile. He says, I need research. He said, and then they say, oh, the what? They all just strip down into their bras, and he just gets research. He's getting research, research, my man, research. So basically, he says, "All right, I'm done." So basically, he just finishes the book and says, "All right, I'm done with the first chapter." Before he can even say, once he says, "I'm," the one they just grab the book out of his hand and start reading. And he says, "You're that obsessed, huh?" And like, "Of course," like that. Then they continue on reading. Basically, imagine if you're their mother. If you take it away, they will bite you. Even though they're fucking old as shit, they'll just bite you.
Oh, and also for plot convenience, we can say, what? Fuck, I forgot the guy's name again. What was his name? Echo,
Jakal, Jakal,
Akil,
Jakal.
Jaco. Let's just say he reads the book as well. He wants to find whoever made it, make him join the Hefty Familia. That's where soon Bell would be able to smash it in both their faces, saying, "Ha! I am Kakashi Hatake, and I make porn books, and you read them."
I make porn books. Yes, I'm very proud of my porn books. Yes, once he reveals that he's the Kakashi Hatake, all the boys, you're a legend, man. You're a legend. Like they just throw him in the air, Kakashi. So you could take it from me.
So how long is this? What if?
Depends.
How
Depends.
long is this? What if going to be?
We're going to go to where he actually shows his powers to them. Like they actually want to test how strong he is, basically, before they make him join.
Yeah, they don't care if he's strong or not. They just care if he makes more books.
Yeah. So basically, what he just they ask, what can you do, and then what they just search on the back. Basically, he's as muscular as Saitama Sirius. Basically, he's not as muscular as Kakashi. Doesn't have any muscles on him. All right. It, basically, every Naruto character is lean somehow.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he is Saitama series buff. So basically, they both nosebleed. Then what? They just search on his back. They see skills, level question mark. Everything's question mark. Then what? They see skills, chakra, Sharingan, Rinnegan, Eternal Mangekyo, mastery of swordsmanship, lightning, earth, fire, water, wind, wood. Basically, complete elemental, wood, and I kind of want to give him ice style. You know, kind of want to make him have his
and
own.
why the hell not?
Yeah,
Wait,
he
technically, Obito did get the Ten Tails, and Ten Tail has every Kekkei Genkai. So
so
technically, he would already have ice
yeah,
release.
Obito just gave him the ten tail. Yeah, he Obito gave him the ten tail, but like not the
But
soul eye,
he's
just the
not pale
power.
as fuck.
Yeah, he just gets the power. So basically, they see every Gekkei Genkai that's ever existed. And they jaw drop and their eyes like pop out of their sockets, and they're like, "What the fuck? He's a legend in both books and power." Mama, we hit the jackpot. We hit the jackpot. Thank goodness we found him. So yeah, basically, do you wanna end it like once he like goes to the dungeon, brings a lot of money in?
Yeah, I guess that's how long has this been so far?
I don't know. Depends. So yeah,
Is it
basically,
in the 20-minute mark?
I'm not sure. It's basically I don't know. Just let's just continue. All right, once we reach there, I'll tell you on the end. So basically, what Bell, alright, they basically make him join the familiar, alright, and yeah. What he wears the mask, and basically I have to add this scene. They say, "Show us what's under the mask," and then he says, "No." They just pal, and then he just like he says, "Sorry, but I don't show anybody. It's my one oath. Don't show what's under the mask." So basically, what I must say, they've been trying for a while. Like they've given food, but then he just turns around and takes a bite. But then once they try to see, I must say, just a random another person from the familiar just comes in and just like interrupts them so that they don't see. Basically, somehow, some way, you know how Kakashi just, fucking dog and basically like that, just come in the way from when they took a picture, tried to take a picture of him without the mask on, without the mask on. Yeah, that type of shit. That type of voodoo magic that he has, plot armor of not of the mask is way more OP than any plot armor in the game in all of Naruto. So yeah, basically they almost give up, but they don't. They always try. But so then what they say, Kakashi says I'm going to go to the dungeon or Bell. So basically what he goes to the dungeons. And yeah, he kills all the monsters and he goes to level 160. 170 because he just comes to level 170. Or he just clears one level every day. Or because he's too lazy, Kakashi. And that's where we're going to be ending the golf, alright? Next time, next part is going to be of him, alright? Actually, both of them actually falling in love. They're already in love with him, but we're going to make them yanderes. And to make a god yonder for you, that you have to do a lot more work than usual. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been Jeff the Witterfer
Yeah.
and Zero Eye. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, go to sleep because you will die if you don't.